Hello, you're watching ERi-TV English news broadcast live from our headquarters in Asmara. I'm Canberra. Let's first look at the top stories that are making headlines today. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. Memorial Service of Nationals in Diaspora. Smoke reduced visibility across the Iranian capital, Tehran. Spain's military emergency units monitored the eruption of Canberra. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. 16 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today at testing stations in the central region. Out of these, 14 patients are from testing stations in Makal Katama 2, Da'arok Aulos 2, Hazahaz 2, Maitemenai 2, Akhriya 2, Gazabanda 1, Travolo 1, Jatarat 1, Hemberti 1, Gajeret 1, Algen Camp 1, Central Region. On the other hand, 29 patients who have been receiving medical treatment in hospitals in Central 26 and Gashbarka 3 regions have recovered fully and have been discharged from these facilities. Sadly, 78 and 76-year-old patients from the Central region have passed away due to the pandemic. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly increased to 7,048, while the number of deaths has risen to 60. The total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 7,285. Ministry of Health, Asmara, 26 November 2021. Eritrean nationals residing in Qatar and Canada organized a memorial service on the passing away of veteran freedom fighters Mr. Al-Amin Mohammed Said, Secretary of the People's Front for Democracy and Justice, and Brigadier General Negash Tesfatin. The event, organized at the Eritrean Embassy premises in Qatar from 21 to 23 November, was attended by Mr. Ali Ibrahim, Eritrean ambassador to Qatar, Eritrean community, and PFDJ members as well as ambassadors of various countries. At the occasion, the nationals expressed conviction to implement the trust of the fallen heroes by reinforcing their participation in national affairs as well as work to transfer the noble examples and history of Eritrean people to posterity. Similarly, nationals residing in Ottawa, Canada, organized a similar memorial service on the passing away of Mr. Al-Amin Mohammed Said, Secretary of the People's Front for Democracy and Justice, and Brigadier General Negash Tesfatin on 21 November, indicating that the objective of the memorial service is to renew pledge to live up to the expectations of the Martyrs Trust. Mr. Siyum Awaju, head of the PFDJ branch in Ottawa, called on the nationals to strengthen organizational capacity and participation in national affairs. The nationals, on their part, expressed readiness to reinforce contribution and implement the trust of the fallen heroes. Amber Share Company organized training programs on mechanics and bookkeeping to 107 of its members. The theoretical and practical mechanics training that was provided ranging from 3 months to 3 years included general auto mechanics, maintenance of fishing boats, motorcycles, as well as water pumps, among others. Mr. Mikael Mezenge, head of Human Resources Development of the company, said that the objective of the training was to upgrade the capacity of the staff members with a view to satisfy the demands of the customers, indicating that the training program has been in continuation of similar programs that have been provided since 1997 to develop the capacity members with the ongoing technological advancement of the vehicles. Mr. Girmay Abraham, manager of this company, said that the sustainable similar training programs will be organized. The trainees, on their part, commending for their opportunity, they were provided expressed readiness to apply the training they provided in the advancement of the company and its activities. We'll be back with international news. Stay tuned. Smoke reduced visibility across the Iranian capital, Tehran, on Tuesday and Wednesday following an increase in air pollution in the city. Some buildings were barely visible as a result of the smoke lying over the city, and one motorcyclist complained that it affected his ability to breathe as he worked on the street in Tehran. Tehran has recorded 13 consecutive days of high levels of majority pollutants in its air. An air quality expert said the city had reached an air pollution crisis. Tehran, a dense city of at least 12 million inhabitants, suffers the most in Iran as the snow-capped Alborz mountains form a basin that shields its air from cleansing winds. Pollution is more severe in winter as cold air prevents the smoke from rising. Spain's military emergency unit monitored on Thursday the eruption of Canberra and took samples of lava flow. The new flow of lava came out on Thursday in the southern area near Las Manchas. The red-hot molten rock continued to gush along the western flanks of the volcano, which has been erupting since September 19, and the pace of daily earth tremors is yet to slow down. Military also checked air quality of the area affected by the lava. Authorities on the Spanish island of La Palma on Wednesday lifted lockdown on 3 coastal towns as toxic fumes from the lava flowing into the sea partly dissipated, but the eruption of the Canberra volcano showed no signs of abating. La Palma volcano has engulfed 1,073 hectares of the land so far, according to the EU satellite monitoring system Copernicus. The eruption has damaged or destroyed nearly 2,700 buildings, forcing the evacuation of the thousands from their homes on the island. Before we close for today's news, let's have a recap of the headlines tonight. I lost my phone news recap. Memorial Service of Nationals in Diaspora. Smoke reduced visibility across the Iranian capital Tehran. Spain's military emergency unit monitored the eruption of Canberra. That was all for today's news. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.